Unless you're one of those super fancy people driving out around in an electric vehicle where the size of the motor is incredibly small compared and there's relatively few moving parts, where you're still going to be stuck to if there's major damage on some of the electronics. What's interesting about the Tesla automobile is just how much now is relied on software and electronics for the car to go. So apparently there were performance boosts that have been locked by Tesla vehicles. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have a Tesla, but just looking at the landscape of what the car is, that's what you'll be limited to is like these software constraints. Now, there are many pros that come with owning an electric vehicle. And not being an electric vehicle owner myself, I'm not gonna get into it. Just seeing being one of these plebes owning a internal combustion engine vehicle, you realize just how many the differentiation in parts. So the parts that you do have are you have far more systems. In an electric vehicle, you have your electrical system and you have a fluid based system. There's no air system. There's no, I'm assuming there's a cooling. I think there's just one level of cooling because the cooling system on an internal combustion, you're using the movement of air twice. You're using the movement of air on the intake of the actual engine for the engine to run, and then you're using the movement of air over a radiator that is a fluid based system to be able to cool the engine, because if it's not kept cool, the engine will fail. I believe the electric engine, and you can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, the electric engine, the electric motor on the Tesla and other EV vehicles is EV electric. EV means electric vehicle, so I'm saying electric vehicle, the EVV vehicle. The EV has inherent benefits of having fewer moving parts. Now, things can obviously fail. There's something that's guaranteed to fail, which is the battery over such a lifetime. Now, on the internal combustion engine side, when you open up the hood of an internal combustion engine car, the amount of complexity is outstanding. And I mean, as engines have gotten more efficient, to be able to create that efficiency has required, in some cases, more complexity to be able to achieve that. There's some very interesting developments that have happened in the automobile market. I believe one of them is the CVT, the continuously variable transmission, where they have these slipping gears go progressively down a cone. So it's giving like the most analog ability for a a transmission to lock on, which is great. I mean, I think it's great what they're doing with the technology. I wonder if you could design the CVT transmission where instead of it being a smooth conical shape that the gear is run on, if the cone had teeth, would that make it more, less likely to slip? Because I believe that becomes one of the issues in CVT transmission is that they slip, they end up slipping. And now slippage happens in a regular automatic transmission. So the benefits or the intended benefits of a CVT transmission is greater efficiency because you can run your engine at its optimum. You can have it in its optimum efficiency RPM range compared to the actual rotation of the wheels. So in a progressive state. So instead of whether it be a 4-speed, a 6-speed, or an 8-speed transmission, where there's 4 steps, 6 steps, and 8 steps to cover what would be the same range, going from 0 to 60 miles an hour, 0 to 100 miles an hour, you're going to be along that same range, and for each car you're going to be have to be in a certain gear to be able to go that speed. So what's interesting is that then there's two differentials. There's your transmission, and then there's the differential to your tire. And then the way the axle is designed is there's differentials to each wheel, which you need because left and right, front and back wheels could be going at different speeds in different conditions, will go at different speeds in different conditions. And you need that ability to modulate each individual wheel's speed to be able to optimize how the car drives. So this whole rant is really then about how electric cars have less parts and internal combustion engines have more parts. So I'm going to start a series of videos where I do maintenance, kind of routine maintenance on a used car. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not trained in any way. So do not follow the instruction of the video for entertainment purposes only. But we're going to do various repairs, and I can go into some of the success I've had in doing repairs, and then some of the things that I haven't or don't have the ability to achieve or have not tried to achieve them yet. So we'll go into that. Maybe you're looking for some of that how-to advice. And what we're going to be doing is we can look into, let's see, some of the repairs that I've done and how to go about shopping for it. So if you're shopping for various car repairs, maybe you'll get some things that you didn't know about just in the marketplace. And I'm always learning about this. I mean, it's fascinating. This channel, I guess, what this channel has so far in its early days, what has given this channel the most success, in comparative growth, has been videos where I talk about the Acer Predator Helios 300. And I'm going to continue those videos. I don't see why I wouldn't. I legitimately have it, so they're honest reviews. Whatever my views are on the laptop as it goes forward, they are honest reviews. Maybe though they can help you, because since this laptop just started going on sale, I mean it should be the hot new laptop of 2020. So I actually have some comments that I wanted to go through. There's some people that were leaving comments. I love mine. Got it at Amazon for $1,200. Yep. I upgraded the RAM to 32. Nice. And put another NVMe and SSD. I love it for Flight Simulator 2020. 3 exclamation points. Well, Chuck, that's awesome. That's really all I can say to that. And definitely upgrading it to 32. That's pretty nice. And putting in another, so he maxed out the RAM, the storage, the NVMe storage, and the SSD. So that's a beefy laptop. So just going off of what I am using right now, I could definitely see 32 gigs of RAM and put another NVMe and SSD. I love Flight Simulator 2020. I guess what we can say is that's great. Um which 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 RAM did you get? Hmm. And NVMe. What's your build, dude? SSD. That must be a beast. Here, we'll reply to this comment. So I'm going to reply to some comments here, and I'll see you on the next episode.